guys, Tabletop Misfits here at GenCon 2022. We're taking a look at a few awesome games. Now, I was over here at Hachette Games. Now, you probably have heard of them. They have a game that's flying off the shelves right now. It's called Turing Machine. It's super popular. However, we're actually here not to talk about that right now. We're here to talk about an upcoming project with Dani. She's marketing here for Hachette Games, and as exciting as the Turing Machine is, I mean, you have this awesome-looking game sitting before us. So why don't you give us some details about it? Because it actually looks really awesome as well. I just took a glance at it, and it just popped.
So this is Galileo Project. It's releasing at the end of October. It's for 2 to 4 players, placed in about an hour, and it'll be $60. This is the sequel to Ganymede, which has some buzz recently, the past year or so.
Yeah. I know
It's the same universe, same art direction, different gameplay. So in Galileo, we are building a tableau set collection in lots of combos. This is set in the future where humanity is on Earth, the blue planet, and Mars, the red planet. So we have these dual tracks down here in the middle. That's going to be a central part of the game. However, each player only has 1 influence marker, so it's impossible to be on both blue and red at the same time. Right, so we're going to have to do this balancing act.
Can I cheat and get 2 markers and put them on both of them? Is that okay?
When I'm not looking,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
The first thing you can do on your turn is spend one of these weighty poker chips, a mega credit, to swap your location from one color to the other, retaining the value. Right?
Okay.
On your turn, you have 3 options for things you can do: get a robot, get a character, or get a technology. To get a robot, you have to spend your Mars influence or your Earth influence, depending on the color shown. You'll take it, add it to your player board next to the moon shown. Some cards have 2 moons, so you get to choose either one. And each of these moons has a track with different bonus goodies and different point structures. So you either want to diversify and get a little bit of everything, or really focus on maximizing a couple of the tracks.
Okay.
To advance on those tracks, you are going to move according to the strength of the robot you've played. And if you cross one of these thresholds into a new quadrant, your bonuses increase. Bonuses and points.
Right. So you got kind of a strategic element where you go all in on something.
Yep.
Or do you kind of just be a jack of all trades?
Exactly.
So it's a point-based game?
Yep, point-based game, tallied at the end. Each time you play a robot, they each have their own action, and that X is a multiplier. So by playing the same exact type of robot, their action increases in strength. So again, you want to diversify to play all 4 types of robots to try everything, or just stick with the same one to really have powerful turns.
Awesome. And you got a little bit going on over here too. Is this like goals or objectives or?
These are public objectives. They're free actions, so if you do the condition, you get to claim it, and those points are tallied at the end. Of course, you want to be the fastest to claim it because the points will decrease. Yep. There's about a dozen of these tokens, so that you get to mix them up each game, have a different variety.
Awesome.
The same is true for the technology here. So that's one of your actions you can do. You pay the cost to get points and powerful actions, either ongoing or one time. We've got the A side and the B side for each of them. So you get to choose and vary the effects.
Awesome.
Let me tell you about characters, your last action.
Okay.
Unlike the robots, you do not spend influence with them. You actually gain influence as they join your crew. So if we look at this lady.
I'm trying to find the happy characters. Can you point out the happy ones? They all look very kind of a busy or like.
They're professionals. They're very focused
on
humanity.
There it is. That is very true. Okay. Yeah, you got me.
She's going to give me 4 influence. Now I'm on red right here, so I have to continue gaining it on red. If I had been on 0, I could choose to gain it on red or blue. Now, whichever track I end up on after gaining that influence, that's the color I activate on the part of the card. So here I'd activate the blue power. As you can see, the colors are not, blue is not always on top, red is not always on the bottom. They will flip-flop depending on the card.
Okay.
However, the effect on the top is always an instant effect, and then you discard the character. The effect on the bottom is endgame scoring. So
Awesome.
At the beginning of the game, you can hold 2 of these endgame scoring cards and upgrade it by advancing on the Ganymede track.
Awesome. You got a lot going on here. It's actually really cool. I sat down and honestly, I didn't expect all of this to come out of you. I was like, oh my goodness! I'm like, this looks actually, it's got a really nice, smooth layout, and it almost tricks you. It almost looks like, okay, this is going to be kind of like I'm just going to move this, and there's a lot going on, which I love because it just shows a great design philosophy.
And I like it too. It's only an hour, like I said. The game will end when someone has 10 robots or the character deck empties.
Yeah.
So the faster you play, like the faster it'll end, but you decide. If you're suddenly like, I have more things to do, let me not get my last robot, you can choose to do that.
And that's perfect. I love these kind of games. If you guys like one of my favorite types of games, I mean, let's be fair, we have a lot of favorite types of games.
Every
game is a favorite game. But there's definitely most of the games that often get played, even though I like the heavier and the lighter stuff. The perfect game, and this kind of fits that wheelhouse, is a game that has enough complexity to give you that crunch, but doesn't last like 4 days when you bust it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You get an hour, you get that same feel, that same, sense of like, oh, I really played a game.
Yeah.
But it isn't like Gloomhaven. You know what I mean? So this is awesome. Yeah. So this comes out. When does it come out exactly?
End of October. These components shown in the video are final with the screen printing, the poker chips, the artwork. It's all very, very nicely done. So $60. Pre-orders will open soon on Amazon or your local game store. But
Awesome.
end of October.
This looks well worth it, guys. Check this game out. Come by our Shit Games. If you're at Gen Con, I'm sure you already came here and tried to buy Turing Machine or one of our other awesome games here. Really, you guys are hot right now. You guys are really hot right now. So come and check it out. If you're lucky enough, you can go and take a look at Galileo and just kind of drool over the components and everything like we kind of are now. Otherwise, guys, pay attention to our other Gen Con coverage. I'm sure we'll have more coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and game on, guys.